and welcome back to Marriage or Hell Nah. Fellas, I got a crazy story here for you guys. In this particular story, we got a gentleman who is about to propose, similar to something that you might see here on the screen. But he suddenly found her in the bathtub, getting ready to do something stupid. Now, in this particular story, we're going to analyze whether he should pop the question, whether he should wait a little bit, how does he go about doing it? Without further ado, let's get straight into today's story time. The story starts off, I was going to propose to my girlfriend, but then I found her in the bathtub with an instrument. I really don't know how to begin, but I'll give it a shot. We have been dating almost 3 years, both in our early 30s, and we are very much in love and perfect for each other. Lots of similarities, have tons of fun together, similar humor, etc. I've always had plans of marrying her. We talked about it a year ago, and I have finally saved enough to buy her the wedding ring she deserves. However, the past month or so, we have just been off. Lots of stupid little fights that don't mean anything, no big fights, the type of fights you have when you know someone really well and get annoyed that they chew loud or leave dishes out. It all bubbled up last week. We were drinking and got into a small fight because she was drunk, and the small fight turned into her really getting upset. I say small fight because if this happened when we were sober, we would have laughed it off. Anyways, I gave her some space and came home an hour after her, and she was in the bathtub with an instrument. I stood frozen and didn't know what to do. She handed me the instrument while still in the tub and said something along the lines of, I shouldn't be alone right now, and I'm too big of a wussy to do anything. She was also still drunk. We truly believe she would not have done anything. It was extremely frightening. I almost called 911 for an ambulance. I called the self-deletion prevention hotline and never got a response. Very disappointing side note. Once she sobered up, we talked about how she needed to go back to therapy and talk to her psychologist. She recognized that she needs help and took the initiative and is already working on feeling better. I should also say she struggled with depression and anxiety her whole life. Anyways, we traveled to a very romantic location in 2 weeks, and I was planning on proposing. Now I don't know what to do. I'm scared, and I think that if I do propose, she will be thinking I'm doing it because I feel bad for her. If I don't propose, she will be crushed because I think she had a feeling it was coming. I'm still very much in love with her and plan on being with her forever. Do I wait to propose or go ahead with my plans anyway? Now, fellas, that's a rough story right there. It's already got 16 comments. I don't know how you guys would handle that one, but let's get into some of these comments. Considering she was thinking of attempting under the influence, that indicates her drinking has become a problem, and it's a doorway to self-destructive behavior. Go off the booze as well, original poster, until she is in a better headspace. And once she seems sufficiently recovered, take her for another trip and propose. This will take a while, though. Just support her as best you can. Now, in this ending, fellas, this one right here is a crazy story because you got to really think about it. Now, in one sense, he's going to be stuck long term if he proposes to her. In the other sense, he's going to be stuck short term to make sure she doesn't do anything crazy. I don't know how you guys would play it, but for me, I think you try to work it out with her for a little while. Now, proposal is off the table. I don't care if you need to reset that thing about a year or two, but proposing right now, that's just out of the question. But this idea of let's give her 3 months and then go propose, nah. We gonna need to add another year or two to that. Now, if he tries to run, that chance of her doing something crazy is just a little too high, right? Because she can contribute that to the fact that he left her. So you probably don't want to be in a situation like that. But Either way, I'm trying to get the hell out of there. There ain't no way I think I can stick around for something like that long term without some kind of action plan to make sure she'll never get to that space again. So let me know down there in the comments, fellas. Do you think that he should propose? Or you think that he probably should wait on the whole proposal thing? Or do you think that he should just leave? Until next time, fellas, I'm out. Peace.